Welcome back to our special program on the Humber Arboretum. The Arboretum was officially established back in 1977, 10 years after the college first opened its doors. The 250 acres of land and more than 10 kilometers of trails and paths are part of a joint venture between Humber College, the City of Toronto, and the Toronto and Region Conservation Authority. Each partner plays a different role in the Arboretum's upkeep. Humber College maintains the Urban Ecology Center and Garden Area. The City of Toronto makes sure the grounds are properly cared for, and the Toronto and Region Conservation Authority makes sure all the bodies of water, from ponds to rivers, are protected. It also designates the flood zone areas and establishes urban green spaces throughout the Arboretum.
The Center for Urban Ecology, a building that's recognized for its modern design and environmentally sustainable features, is a fairly new addition to the Arboretum. Reporter Uwais Matala has more on the eco-friendly building.
The Center for Urban Ecology is a modern outpost for environmental sustainability and healthy living. The building serves as a venue for education and research on urban ecology, and it offers an array of nature-themed displays for visitors throughout the year. Jill Taylor of Taylor Hazel Architects helped Humber College design this eclectic facility in 2005. She says one of the many important elements of the building includes temperature control in Canada's changing weather conditions.
The windows are all operable, so there are cycles that are set up, circulation cycles, that go from the bottom of the building. The sun heats up the air in the thermal chimney and pulls the air from inside the building out through the thermal chimney so that there's constant ventilation from the basement right up through the top of the building.
The Eco Centre has been given a gold certification by the Canada Green Building Council. The council is an advocacy group working towards environmentally friendly buildings and healthy communities. The building's architect says Humber's gold rating led to an excitement in the building industry.
We were the first gold building in Toronto, so that was a real distinction. People were very proud of that.
Harry Chang from the Landscaping Technician program says the center's flat green roof design helps collect runoff water in a cistern, which irrigates the nearby landscape.
There is the green roof, which is sustainable in the sense that I guess whenever you have a green roof, it helps to slow the flow of runoff water off the roof by holding it and absorbing a certain amount and using it for plant purposes.
But the Center for Urban Ecology offers more than just sustainable features. Melanie Sifton, director of the Ecology Center, says the building is used for multi-purpose events, especially in the summer.
We have very popular camps in the summer, so they're nature study camps that we run throughout the summer, as well as we do different events such as our Connecting People with Plants event on June 4th. We'll also be running several events in the spring.
With summer just around the corner, visiting kids and adults can leave the Eco Center with a better understanding of their natural environment. Uwais Matala, Humber News.
The Arboretum space is a public one, but what the public may not know is you can actually book the Arboretum for a variety of activities. That includes wedding pictures, birthday parties, summer nature camps, teacher workshops, and adult programs. For information, you can email arboretum@humber.ca.
Here's another unknown aspect of the Arboretum. Just under a year ago, neglected beehives were discovered there. Now, under the care of Humber horticulture technologist Heather Sommers, the colonies are thriving. Our reporter Emery Johnson spoke to Humber's beekeepers about what these little insects are up to as spring arrives and things start to heat up.
While students are preparing to take time off for the summer, one of nature's busiest creatures is hard at work. Horticulture technologist Heather Sommers is the queen bee expert here at Humber. She explained to us how bees are kept at the North Campus. The bees' habitat is about 10 minutes into the arb in a gated-off area safe from deer. This small wooden enclosure is their main base. Sommers says when the days start to get longer, the bees begin to build up their colony. The queen will lay eggs again, and the worker bees will provide food. She says some parts of the bees' routine to prepare for summer are quite unique.
The new bees and the surviving bees are cleaning the hives, so they'll literally be shoving them out the door. It's quite interesting to see them. They'll come, they'll carry them, and then drop them off the edge of the door.
Sommers also explains how the bees eliminate their waste after winter.
The bees that have been in the hive won't soil the hive. It's really quite weird. So their bodies sort of shut down a little bit, and then they'll come out and they'll do these cleansing flights. So they'll just fly around and empty their bodies and then fly back in.
Director of the Arboretum, Melanie Sifton, says plans are in effect to further support the bees at Humber.
We're working on establishing gardens that are going to be supportive for our honeybees, which are European honeybees, as well as for native pollinators, such as endangered species like bumblebees. Some of the bumblebees are endangered right now locally, as well as different kinds of wasps, non-stinging bees that help to support biodiversity in general.
Humber students feel the presence of bees here is positive.
I think it's kind of cool. It's a little cool addition to Arboretum.
It's a nice piece of nature and it's such a large urban environment, so I don't know, I think it's a pretty good idea.
The Humber bees will be right here in the Arb this summer. Most of the pollen they use is in the surrounding trees and plants. However, these creatures can fly up to 5 miles away for food. And although the beekeeping operations are relatively new here at Humber, the staff demonstrates an abundance of experience. Plans to market the honey are already underway. Emery Johnston, Humber News.
Providing a supportive environment for bees, especially bumblebees, is crucial. In the last 20 years, the population of 4 bumblebee species common in North America has decreased by a massive 96%. This huge decline in the bee community is a mystery. Science suggests an invasive fungal virus is the cause, but there is not enough evidence to support this finding. Bumblebees are essential links in many ecosystems. They are highly efficient pollinators, and without them, many plants could not reproduce.
That's all for the Humber News Arboretum Special. I'm Miranda Anthasel. Information on the Arb can be found online at humberarboretum.on.ca.
And I'm Tom Yanni. Humber News is produced by journalism students at the North Campus. You can catch us online at mediaservices.humber.ca. Thanks very much for watching.